So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Things already rolling.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls.
Oh, he's been caught napping! Gyökeres elects to cross, and back out. Out towards the flank, crossed in once more. Certain amount of room for debate here, but a goal kick's been given. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally...
Haaland! They've scored! The first significant strike. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Rice plays it short. That has been knocked clear. Bellingham. Oh, that's superb. Now it's Pedri. Looking for the run. Now it's Yildiz. And it's Rice. Bruno Guimaraes does really well to win the ball there. Mukiele. Yildiz. And here's Mbappe. Oh, strongly challenged there. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, that's clever. Courtois gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Van Dijk. Calafiori. Rice. Yildiz. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That's good running with the ball. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Searching pass he's played there. Saliba makes the interception. Rice.
Pretty robust defending.
This is a promising build-up. Now it's Bruno Guimaraes. And he's managed to get free. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Van Dijk attempts a clearance.
Well, they're clearly focusing on that right side, Peter. That's where the crosses are coming from, where the danger lies. Marcos Llorente clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Gives the defence a decision to make, whether to go zonal or man-to-man now.
He's on it, can he get away? Haaland with a beautifully timed run.
That was a great ball that looked right on the money. Trying to get behind the defence is something that can work well here.
Bruno Guimaraes. Oh, nicely intercepted. Pedri. Rice. And it's Bellingham. And here's Mbappe. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Haaland, expertly cut out, really nicely done. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
La Plata clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Mbappe. Yildiz. And there's green grass ahead of him. Haaland. Haaland! And he's stuck it away! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Gyökeres. Pass somewhat off target. That's a lovely, neat pass. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Bellingham has been given his marching orders. He had already been on a yellow card from a previous incident.
Well, he pushed his luck to the very limit, and the refs just lost patience with him.
A lot of space ahead. Great chance! Goal! Arsenal! And the comeback is complete. And that is indeed the final act. So engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, I can tell you it's been an absolutely fantastic watch, Peter. I wish I could come here every week. It's been wonderfully open, wonderfully tense, and beautifully unpredictable now.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon.
Just a quick request today for everybody to please kindly remove any cars parked on the road outside the stadium.
So let's get the ball rolling.
La Plata can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
It's out for a goal kick. Van Dijk. Now it's Osimhen. Messi. Oh, that's fabulous. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Shot a goal! And he hits the net. They've done it again. It is incredible.
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
in a trice. The substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So again, we have parity.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Oh, he's burst through. Saliba can clear it away. Arsenal have reclaimed it. Nicked it back promptly.
Well, I'm hoping for a nice open second half now. It's there to be won.
Arsenal appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Bellingham does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Rice, can he finish? And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then. Well, that looks a decent ball. Caicedo gets it clear. And it's Pedri. And here's Bellingham. Gyökeres. Looking for a runner. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Mbappe. Van Dijk. For Rice. Saliba. Now it's Pedri. Bellingham. It's come to nothing. Gyökeres chasing after it. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Pedri is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
That's a cute ball. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Rice looking to pass their way up the pitch. Now it's Yildiz, shifted it to the flank.
Arsenal really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
This looks promising. Looking for a corner.
Substitution for Arsenal.
Arsenal have their third corner.
Number 9, Mbappe. Number 17, Yildiz. Number 20, Erling Haaland.
Tries to get it clear.
Rice. Number 22, Bellingham.
Calafiori.
Coming on the field, number
Still
15,
anyone's game this.
Messi.
One moment can
Number
decide it.
14,
Well, a goal either way at this
Vinicius
stage would qualify
Number
as
6,
steal.
Lukaku.
Isak is onto
Number
this.
18, Isak. Number 38, Gravenberch.
Now it's Mohamed Salah.
11, Eze. Substitutions taking
And it's
place.
Messi. That ball looks a good one. He's being urged to shoot. Goes for a shot! Goal! Arsenal! And again they hit the front. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Arsenal leading now.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Corner number 4 coming up here. And he's there to clear it.
Arsenal really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Cracking ball.
Added time.
I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Eze does well to get it back. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Oh no, what has happened here? Now it's Isak. Tacho does really well to win the ball there. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We are just getting started. That has not gone well. Gyökeres showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And it's Partey. Nicely weighted ball. Gyökeres! A real chance and a real let-off.
Gyökeres probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to...
That's a quick free kick. Bellingham. Eze.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Eze. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye.
That's a shame, because it was such a good decision. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Calafiori. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
And here's Yildiz. Goes for a shot! Goal! Arsenal! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Arsenal have taken the lead.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Haaland. Gyökeres is fouled. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. Bellingham. Eze receives it in a good position here.
La Plata are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Yildiz. Now it's Eze. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Zubimendi. Zubimendi running with the ball. Not the most accurate pass. And he's quick to snatch it back. Calafiori. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Looking for a runner.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Nice control. Bellingham in towards the back stick.
That's good defensive concentration. Partey really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
The ball has bounced loose now. Haaland. Bellingham. And here's Haaland. Oh, super find. He's got away. He's gone direct here. Bellingham. Calafiori. Looking for the run. Bellingham. It's run loose here. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Mukiele. And it's Bellingham. Can he get on the end of this? Tries to play it through. And the finish! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Rice goes short. Arsenal with another corner. Arsenal have their second corner now. Courtois gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. And now they can spring out of defence. Searching pass is played there. Courtois claims comfortably. 5 minutes till the break. Bellingham. Now it's Yildiz. Well, that pass surprised everyone and not in a good way. Now it's Yildiz. Now, can they get him away? Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Nicely aimed pass. And here's Mbappe. Calafiori.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. That's the end of the first 45. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. And we get things going again.
La Plata can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Van Dijk. Llorente makes a move down the right. And it's Partey. Shoots! And he's stuck it away! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop. Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
We're looking at a different game now.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Yildiz. Bellingham. And here's Haaland. Now it's Eze. Eze thinks about the shot. That's very disappointing, it has to be said. Deftly away. Haaland. And it's Bellingham. Bellingham.
La Plata have clearly reached a level of comfort in this half. Why not use the impetus to plough on?
Passing nice and neat. Lovely, now then. Deftly away. Bellingham. Now Mukiele. And the return pass. Quarter of an hour into the second half. And here's Eze. And here's Haaland.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Arsenal appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Eze. And it's Bellingham. And Calafiori. Bellingham. Now it's Yildiz. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Llorente. Can he get it through? Gyökeres. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Mbappe. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that's a throw-in.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 17, Judes, number 20,
Calafiori,
Haaland,
and it's Musiala.
number 11,
Now it's Bruno Guimaraes.
number 22,
Messi
Bellingham,
making good progress on the
number
right-hand
9,
side.
Mbappe, coming on the field,
Bruno Guimaraes.
number 6,
Messi.
Lukaku, number 18,
That is lovely.
number 15,
Oh, now here's an interesting
Messi,
matchup.
number 39,
Just eases him off the ball.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Musiala.
Well timed,
Substitution in
excellent
progress.
interception. Saliba. And it's Guimaraes. And that was nowhere near his best.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Mbappe. Real chance here. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Messi. And this is Messi. And it's Mukiele. Now it's Messi. Messi's cross. That has been knocked clear. Corner number 3 coming up. Rice with the short one.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Calafiori. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Bruno Guimaraes. Now Mukiele. Cucurella. And it's Porro. Looking to play him in. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Ah, that's a fine interception. Messi.
2
Messi.
has been indicated.
And it's Guimaraes. Passing is crisp and sharp. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. And that's that. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter,
Please be
with a good
reminded
mix
that
of
drinking is
action
only allowed in
and
the
plenty of
areas
talking
shown on this
points,
map.
and
Thank
it
you
ended
very
with the
much for your
right result, in
cooperation.
my opinion.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So things are underway. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Played out to the left flank. Vinicius Junior. Well, they've got it back in a hurry.
Such good technique.
Picked out brilliantly. Chance for a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And he's there to clear it. That's a good foray he's making. Looking for options for movement. It's a pretty loose pass. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
The defensive qualities of William Saliba. For me, Peter, he's someone who's shown great leadership from such a young age when starting his career in France. I see a lot of bravery and courage, and I think they're words you associate with somebody who is very good in both boxes.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. That's a nicely shaped ball. And the shot! Holland! That is brilliant! That is a gem! An absolute gem!
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Probing pass, expertly cut out, really nicely done. Van Dijk. Nicely weighted ball. And a chance! And no mistake. They're level in a trice.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
So smooth, a signature finish.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Yildiz. Van Dijk. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Osimhen. He's having a hit! Brilliant from Osimhen! He's got himself an absolute peach. They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
30 minutes gone. This is a promising build-up.
Yildiz really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And he is deftly away. They've got to be quick to recover this. Vinicius Junior. Searching pass he's played there. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Vinicius Junior. Now it's Haaland. Now it's Bellingham. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, such a clever touch. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Mukiele attempts a clearance. Messi has created what? Chance, surely! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Cucurella actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
It's their second corner of the game. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. Mukiele. Saliba. Yildiz. Bellingham. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Gabriel cuts out the pass. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
The final seconds now. Yildiz.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. And no surprise, that's a booking. Just eases him off the ball. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. And that brings the first half to a close. Well, we have quite a thrilling narrative here. Despite their early setback, they are now the ones in the driving seat, and all of a sudden things are looking pretty rosy. The midway point of the game.
Well, I've been left almost breathless here, Peter. This is frantic stuff. 45 minutes just seem to fly by. Here's hoping both teams can maintain this level.
Goals, goals and more goals. That's been the story of the half. The teams separated by the tiniest of margins at the break. And we get things going again. Rice. Messi. And here's Bellingham. He's in a great position here. Van Dijk can clear it away. Bellingham. He's a sharp little ball here. Van Dijk. Mukiele. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Messi has the space to scheme. Showing good feet. Gabriel did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Corner number 3 coming up. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And now they can spring out of defence. Bellingham. Osimhen looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
That's a cute ball. Not the most accurate pass. Vinicius Junior. Muscular approach does pay off here. Looking to play him in. Stood up well to him there. Rice. Calafiori. Yildiz. And it's Bellingham. Tries to play it through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And he is going into that little black book. Looks to me as though this is probably a little too far out for a shot. Rice. Yildiz. Haaland absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Bellingham. And it's Rice. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Mukiele. It's Bellingham. And he's quick to snatch it back. Rice. And it's Bellingham. And the pass is intercepted. Bellingham. For Rice. Yildiz. Oh, it's inches away from being a really good ball. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Yildiz receives it in a wide position. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, super ball! And it's Rice. And it's Bellingham. Oh, good-looking ball.
Arsenal really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Foot in. Referee has just said play on. Calafiori. Yildiz. Now it's Haaland. That's destined for the flank. Yildiz. And he's there to get it away. And he's only too happy to take that back. Now Saliba. Rice. Bellingham. Driving through the middle. Real chance! And that could have brought them level.
That was extremely good focus from the keeper, and it could turn out to be quite a significant moment.
substitution for Arsenal. Number 14.
So we have movement on both
Vinicius
benches.
Junior. Number 20, Erling Haaland. Number 17, Judas.
That has been knocked clear.
Bellingham. Number 15, Messi. Number 41, Rice.
Calafiori.
On the field, number 9,
And it's
Mbappe.
Mukiele.
Number 6,
Just 5 minutes remaining now.
number 19,
And it's hoisted clear.
number 39,
The ball is loose and the chase is on.
number 11, Eze.
Very much into the last
Number
knockings.
38, Gravenberch.
And that was
Substitutions
very
taking
necessary.
place.
That's really well manoeuvred. Musiala.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And this is Lukaku. And it's Guimaraes. That's that, the end. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. We are just getting started. Haaland is in a really good position out wide. That is good strength. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, there's a probing ball. Haaland! Sensational from Haaland! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Pressure, what pressure? He feels none of it.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. It's a throw-in. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football. And we're about to be Yildiz! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And he's had it nicked away. Vinicius Junior. nicely aimed pass. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air, and what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas.
Chance, surely! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Yildiz just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge, and he'll rise to it.
Pass somewhat off target. Van Dijk. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Zubimendi. First quarter of an hour gone. That's a throw. He's under a lot of pressure there. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Rice. Saliba promptly onto that, and that is that. Bellingham. Lobbed in behind. Vinicius Junior. He's a sharp little ball here, and he's managed to get free. Corner.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Rice plays it short. Oh, that's neat. Rice. And it's Pedri. Nice control. He has a look out. Vinicius Junior!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Saliba. Oh, nice touch. And here's Pedri. Hakimi plays it in. Punched away. And Dijk can clear it away. Corner number 2 then.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
15 minutes till half-time. And now they can spring out of defence. And it's made a chance for a shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
That's the threat he carries, Peter, running at defences like that, if only he managed to retain his composure.
Gabriel. Vinicius Junior. Aimed beyond the defence. Vinicius Junior picks it up out wide. And here's Vinicius Junior. Oh, shooting chance! Again, a brilliant save.
Another cracking save from the keeper, Peter. He's playing a blinder.
Corner number 3 coming up. They've played it short. That's a good ball out wide. And that is headed for the middle.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Well, that's a little loose. Pedri. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Hakimi spots it and intercepts. Rice played back into the centre. And it's Rice. Bellingham. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. He's got away. Can he finish? It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Now this could be a chance. Arsenal are looking to go forward now. Hakimi. It's Pedri.
There will be
And
1
it's
minute
Rice.
added time.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. That's destined for the flank. Very nicely done. And it's Bellingham. Rice. And here's Yildiz. That's going to go a long way. That's it, 45 minutes up. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps.
And just a quick reminder today to please
So between
drink
them,
responsibly.
no goals
Anyone
at all
feeling
so far.
intoxicated or behaving
After all
in
that
inappropriate
probing
manner
and
will be
testing the
removed.
waters,
Thank you very
here's
much for
hoping
your
for
cooperation.
a more open second half.
So both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. So neither side has yet broken through. Rice. And it's Bellingham. And here's Haaland. That is good alertness. Bellingham. Well, that pass isn't the best. Bruno Guimaraes. Looking for the run. And Dijk cuts out the pass. Hakimi. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Yildiz. That has been slung wide. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Bellingham. Rice. It's Bellingham. Haaland. Laid out to the left flank. Rice. This looks promising. Zubimendi defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And it's Pedri. He's chosen to go back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing. That's just playing it safe and simple.
In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Hakimi. That has not gone well. And still, we await the first breakthrough. Bellingham, looking to play him in. He's got plenty of space out wide here. He is through here! Yildiz receives it in a good position here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Gyökeres looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Arsenal are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way-through zone.
That's good running with the ball. That is ended up in no man's land. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Oh, no joy this time. Bellingham. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Bruno Guimaraes. Good driving run. Bellingham. 75 minutes played. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
Arsenal really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Played into space. Bellingham. Yildiz. And it's Pedri. And Hakimi. Yildiz. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. He has found the way through. Saliba with the clearance. Pedri.
Well, it's very much looking like this might be destined for a scoreless outcome.
Bellingham. It's Vinicius Junior. And here's Yildiz. Engages and forces him off the ball.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Threads one in, and he cuts out the supply. Vinicius Junior. Yildiz providing an outlet on that flank. And that will be the final act. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We're up and running then. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's 4-3-3.
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course they're also expected to track any runs from opposition fullbacks. So they've got quite hard-working jobs, but if they can gain a one-on-one advantage, they can dictate.
Now it's Messi. Solid defending, refused to be out-muscled. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, this guy, Bruno Guimaraes, is going to be the man who I see as the one who brings balance to the team. I think when he's on the ball, yes, he can be a strong runner, but he's become a very central pivot now in making sure that he helps break lines going forward and denies line breaking for his defence. So he's become a big factor now in any team he functions in.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. And it's Messi. Yildiz. And it's made shapes to shoot! No, he's missed it.
Oh, such good technique as well. That was exquisite. It's a real shame he couldn't find the finish after that.
Oh, Red, nice interception. So it is still 0-0. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Oh, he's taken it. Rice. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Messi! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And he's taking no chances there. Messi. Rice. That pass has been well intercepted. Looking for up, and he shoots! He's done very well to get to that.
Haaland really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 2 then. Rice with the short one. Chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Haaland clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Now it's Haaland. Tries to play it through. Gyökeres. Oh, that's a fine interception. Messi. Now, can they get him away? And he's picked out the run. And he shoots! And he couldn't finish.
Well, you have to say how clever the pass was. It caught the defence off guard because of the disguise on it, and it makes it all the more disappointing that he didn't top it off with a finish.
And it's Mukiele. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. And now a sudden chance to counter. Yildiz. There's a sharp little ball here. Goes for a shot! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Yildiz. Gabriel. Vinicius Junior. And that was nowhere near his best.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Good effort from distance. Good strike, quite an alarm.
La Plata truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
And here's Vinicius Junior, and here's Bellingham. Aims beyond the defence.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Yildiz gets into a good position. Zubimendi getting this one clear. Cucurella. And now the breakaway. And the through ball. Courtois breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
There will be 1
Messi.
minute added time.
Yildiz, who's set up 1 goal so far. He is through here. And now they can clear their lines. And the referee has blown for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the 1 goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
La Plata can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
That's very neat. Now there's a fine ball. Bruno Guimaraes cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Messi. Mukiele. Rice. And it's Bellingham. Passing nice and neat. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Nice looking ball. Now it's Haaland. This looks promising. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, easy pickings there. Yildiz is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Oh, they could be caught out here. It'll be a throw-in.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 20, Erling Haaland.
Cucurella receives it in a wide position.
Vinicius Junior.
Plata really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Lukaku, number 19, Musiala, number
Mukiele.
9, Mbappe. Substitutions taking place.
And that's another good win of the ball. He's in a good position. Oh, it's hit the post. And he's hit it long, but astray. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Haaland. Your impression so far, Jim?
Zapata are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
The referee's awarded a free kick, and that's going to be a booking.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 22.
Arsenal have opted to make another change here.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass, and a tricky one at that.
Showing great feet there. Oh, that's fabulous. Zubimendi. That's really well manoeuvred. Rice gets across to intercept that. Out for a throw. Zubimendi. Haaland looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Into the last quarter of an hour. Passing is crisp and sharp. Musiala! And he was alert to it.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Nicely shaped ball. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And here's Eze. Caught offside that time.
Might want to be careful there.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Cucurella providing an outlet on that flank. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Now it's Eze. And that was very necessary.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
And he welcomes it in. Musiala. Rice. And it's Cucurella. And here's Haaland.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Eze. Musiala. 2 minutes to be added on. And here's Isak. Pedro Porro. Oh, delightful ball. And that will be the final act. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We are just getting started. Now it's Yildiz. Out of play for a throw. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. Calafiori did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, he's all alone. And he's certainly... Shot, surely! Against the crossbar. And that would have been some goal.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And it's been taken short.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Saliba. And here's Yildiz. Bellingham making good progress. Bellingham with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength, the sort of desire we hope will spread.
Now it's Osimhen. Haaland, somewhat off target. Neither side yet able to find the net. Rice. Now it's Lukaku, and here's Yildiz. That's a cute ball. That has not gone well. Rice. Shifted it to the flank. Bellingham. And he's managed to get free. Bruno Guimaraes. Osimhen. Zubimendi. Hakimi spots it and intercepts. Rice. That pass has been well intercepted. No, that's been intercepted. Calafiori. Rice. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Bellingham. Tacho wins the duel this time. Aims beyond the defence. Bellingham. That's gone for a throw-in. Threads one in. Saliba deals with that comfortably. Hakimi pressing high and with purpose. Looking for options for movement. And it's Hakimi. Nice sequence of passes this. Knocks it out wide. Van Dijk. Tries to play it through. It's a pretty loose pass. Tries to pass it through. And Osimhen. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well-timed, excellent interception. And he's been shifted off it. Now it's Mbappe. Bellingham. Driving forward. Osimhen. Van Dijk out-muscles him. Van Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Van Dijk. Now it's Yildiz. That has been cut short. Not the most accurate pass. Calafiori. And the referee has blown for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. How would you review the first half?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Zapata really are good.
Tries a shot! And it's in! It is an explosive start to the second half. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Arsenal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very...
Great chance! He's got a goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager scream.
There's the shot! And it's there! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it. That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Can he get it through? Cross from Hakimi. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Nice interception, well timed.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Rice. Bout of passing here, really easy on the... And the shot! That was quite a test for the goalkeeper.
Oh, it was a brilliant touch to set himself up. Just a shame that the finish let him down.
It's their second corner of the game. Oh, good effort! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Rice. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Great vision. Can he finish? Well taken goal. His utter joy. He engages with absolute happiness. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Yeah, I'd rather praise the scorer than criticise the defence here. He stepped forth and conquered.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Arsenal are having a ball here. Tries from distance. No, that's just wide.
Arsenal really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Zubimendi. Now then, the ball's come loose. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Saliba. 75 minutes played. And the pass is intercepted. Now he's charged for a shot! And there's a goal! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
And that's it. Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So we're very much on the way now. They appear to be shaping up in a 4-4-2 formation.
Well, the obvious standout in today's football in this system is that it provides you with extra presence in attack. With many shaky defences about, getting the right partnership in that department can pay rich dividends as long as there's a good early supply. So playing two strikers can be a real help to this team. I mean, 4-4-2 these days, Peter, gets a lot of criticism, but it's unfair. Any system can work if you've got the right players.
And that's it. Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
Chers spectateurs, je vais vous demander de souhaiter un excellent anniversaire au gardien du stade.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So straight into the action. Rice. And it's Alvarez. Partey did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. That's good play. Yamal did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, what a mistake! And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
I would have to say the Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen. I think he's someone who can be a target man and a poacher all in one, Peter. I think he's very good with his back to goal. He has a lovely first touch, and at the same time he's got the pace to run behind defensive lines, and it's very difficult to see any weaknesses in his game. The complete package.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Great defending, strong and determined. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And he cuts out the supply. Mukiele could move up a gear here. Aimed beyond the defence. Bellingham going after that.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Lovely, now then. Big chance! It's there! And we have liftoff! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Knocks it into space. Ito.
Nakata really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Now there's a fine ball. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Ito.
Red Star really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Mukiele. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Rice. Stood up well to him there.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And he's worked it through. Haaland is firing after that one. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
They've got to make this nice and quick. Zapata certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
And he's in on goal. That is lovely. Driven in. Courtois deals with that nice and simple. Yamal. Now it's Isak. Oh, well measured. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Great ball, and he takes a shot! And there's a goal! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Bellingham. And that brings the first half to a close.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So we're underway for the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Some resolute defending there. Rice, nicely spread. Looking for the run. Oh, perfectly measured that. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Red Star clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Bellingham. Driving forward. And it's Cucurella. Llorente. Courtois claims comfortable. Rice. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Yamal has it out wide and in space. Gabriel defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Red Star are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Rice, now it's Isak. Bellingham finding himself in space. And he's there to get it away.
Red Star are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Rice. Now it's Bellingham. He's had a shot! That's another chance! Yes! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about
Vinicius Junior! And that's off target.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
And here's Vinicius Junior. Bellingham.
Isak really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Decent chance! He's kept it out just.
Oh, such good technique as well. That was exquisite. It's a real shame he couldn't find the finish after that.
Changement. Le numéro 15.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Le numéro 41.
There's the header!
Le
No,
numéro
he
10.
didn't quite meet it
numéro
right.
11.
I just wonder what was on his mind there.
Le
He should have
numéro
put his
10.
foot right through it.
Attention, changement.
Just about up to 75 minutes. Pedro Porro running with intent. He's picked his way through. Gabriel deals with that comfortably. Alvarez. Yildiz. Driving on and making good progress. Shot could be on. He's got away. And the shot! It's in! They are gorging themselves here on a seriously gorgeous scoreline. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
La Plata really have been second best here, second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good thing is they haven't given up, but it's not looking favourable.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Gyökeres gets on his bike and on the move. Messi ploughing through. And the finish! And that's a tidy finish. So smooth, a signature finish.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
Well, they may be down, but they're in no mood to go quietly. Yildiz. He's played it back. Great vision. Caicedo with the clearance. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
This looks promising. Shot a goal! And that's really well manoeuvred. Look at the space here. Shapes to shoot! And the keeper threw out a limb. Chance! And that's in! It could be a lifeline! 2 more needed! And that's it. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result is one that will make them suffer. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Oh, what a mistake! Wan-Bissaka has been caught there, it's a foul. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I just love the positivity and attitude that Erling Haaland delivers on a football field. It's almost as if he's still on the training ground. And there's one little story in a game where he scored 4, but he was still angry. And asked why he was angry, he said, well, I missed one of my good chances. I think he's destined for greatness.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. Yamal showing good feet, and it's Rice heading backwards.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Aimed beyond the... Big chance! Sensational from Vinicius Junior! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And we have liftoff!
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Some really good ball movement. And he cuts out the supply. Now it's Rice.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Saliba.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Bellingham. And it's Bellingham. That's a good ball. Spread it left. Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Rice is eyeing up his options in the middle. They're taking a moment to consider their options. And a chance! Looking for a run-up. Well timed, excellent interception. Saliba.
Red Star really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
And the counter is on.
That's good play from him.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Rice. Alvarez. That's a sharp pass.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now that looks a decent ball. Courtois gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Now it's Haaland, and once more he proves rigid and robust. Ito. Alvarez. And it's Alvarez. It's gone out for a throw-in. Ito. Bruno Guimaraes gets a foot in here.
La Plata certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Knocks it into space. Probing pass. That has been cut short. Wan-Bissaka. Gabriel has a look and plays it forward. Half-time getting close now. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
La Plata clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, this looks sharp. Now that's a lovely exchange. Oh, good take in a good area. That's put pay to the danger.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
Ito turns back here, probably the best option. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And we've reached half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So that's it for the first half and everyone takes a well-earned rest. Back on the way then.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible.
Can he finish? Alvarez getting this one clear. Wan-Bissaka. And it's Bellingham. Ball played for Alvarez. Looking to play him in. Ito makes the interception. Ah, good steal, he just read it. Haaland. Haaland. And here's Vinicius Junior. This looks promising. Vinicius Junior. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Played into space. Bellingham. Courtois claims it without any fuss.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
That is a great pick out. That has ended up in no man's land. And here's Bellingham.
Bellingham really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Ruben Dias can clear it away. Wan-Bissaka. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
And that's a throw-in.
Changement. Le numéro 22, le numéro 17, le numéro 41. À leur place, le numéro 11.
And he skips past his man.
Le numéro 39.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And we have our very first corner. And that has been cleared. And it's Zubimendi. Elects to cross. And Messi! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And they've got rid.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Oh, that was vital.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical. Red Star clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And that was very necessary. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Cucurella producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Well, that's an excellent interception. Vinicius Junior. Good ball, good take. He's shifting through the gear. The Twinkie! Oh, it's fallen loose again. Well taken goal. Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
Changement. Le numéro 15. Le numéro
Red Star are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Saliba spots it and intercepts. Madueke, and he's forced to go back. Bruno Guimaraes looking to pass their way up the pitch. Tries to play it through. He's given the time to pick a pass. De Bruyne, some resolute defending there. Saliba.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. It's a really well-measured ball. That's really well manoeuvred. So that's it. It is all over. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. We're up and running then. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Pressing high and with purpose. Passing is crisp and sharp. Can he get on the end of this? He's in a great position here. Vinicius Junior will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. That is good alertness. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I just love the positivity and attitude that Erling Haaland delivers on a football field. It's almost as if he's still on the training ground. And there's one little story in a game where he scored 4, but he was still angry. And asked why he was angry, he said, well, I missed one of my good chances. I think he's destined for greatness.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Gyökeres, Llorente. Bellingham. And here's Haaland.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Haaland. No way through. It's run loose here. Clipped into space. And he thumps it clear. Rice.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And it's Rice. Vinicius Junior gets flagged offside. And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident. Oh no, he's got that wrong. Haaland. That is good strength. And he's gone looking for safety. The referee's awarded a free kick. And he has shown him a yellow card. Red Star are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been moved.
Ball's over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Cucurella. Gyökeres.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
He's got away. In by Llorente.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Ito. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. Knocks it into space. Cucurella. Bellingham. Haaland. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And they can counter here. Red Star ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Gyökeres. And a shot! He's scored! And we have liftoff! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Now it's Bellingham. He slings it in.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off. La Plata can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Some really good ball movement. Bruno Guimaraes. Oh, a delicate chip through. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Just eases him off the ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Played out to the left flank. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Haaland picks it up out wide. Picked out brilliantly. And for the first half, that is that. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Goals, goals and more goals. That's been the story of the half. The team separated by the tiniest of margins at the break. Back underway then.
La Plata can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Now it's Bellingham. He's had it taken off him. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Rice, and that has put paid to that. And the through ball. Haaland receives it in. Haaland! Oh, it's fallen kindly here, and again. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Saliba, and it's Mukiele. Yamal. Gabriel, Alvarez, Gabriel, some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
That is a brilliant interception. And he cuts out the supply. And it's made its way to him. He's having a shot! It's a goal! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
So smooth. A signature finish.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Changement. Le numéro 41. Le numéro 17.
So we have movement on both benches.
Le numéro 22.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Changement en cours.
Mukiele getting this one clear. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Now it's Haaland. Ball played for Alvarez. Gakpo. Saliba. Quality ball. Now he's off and running. Saliba. And Gabriel. Madueke. And it's Mukiele. It's a good spell of possession, this. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Now, what about a counter-attack? Good ball, good take. Alvarez. That's a lovely, neat pass. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And here's Haaland. Can he finish?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Half an hour gone in the second half. De Bruyne. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Gakpo. And he's well positioned here. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Gabriel.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And here's Mbappe. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
This is a promising build-up. Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Madueke. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Can he finish? And it's a goal! And the game springs instantly to life.
The perfect show of intent, great purpose, great industry, and great confidence.
Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
And that's it. My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
Un petit rappel, chers spectateurs. N'oubliez pas l'opération caritative organisée autour de ce match. Merci d'avance.